Right. Hi guys, we're back with our next QLOG. Now this one is kind of special because it has been requested by this lovely lady called Muskan Mahajan. I just got that notification. So thank you Muskan for requesting an answer from me. The question goes, how can I get an internship in an advertising company as a beginner? And she's continued to explain the question. I am currently pursuing my BCom honors from DU PGDAV College. I'm in my third year with no experience in anything. I want an internship in the advertising field and I want to learn everything, including basics. Can anyone suggest as to how I can get an internship without any experience? That's a very interesting question at the outset. So I'm going to try and give you all the gyan that I can fathom. So I hope that helps. So Muskan, this is a Q log. We're going to tell you later as to what we're doing essentially, but here's your answer. My name is Shomprakash. I have had about 2 to 3 years of experience working for ad firms. I have directed TV commercials. I have sold ads. I've been a part of pitches, and at one point in time, I even had an offer from Leo Burnett. So that's what gives me a little bit of confidence to go ahead and answer your question. The advertising industry is a beautiful environment to work in. And it has all these interesting facets, but mostly when it comes to hiring interns, there are three types of requirements: copywriting, production design, and account management, also known as client servicing. I'm just going to explain what these things are. Copywriting essentially has more to do with the kind of language, the kind of campaign branding that you go for an advertisement. For example, if you remember in 1995, there was a series of ads featuring Amir Khan for Coca-Cola that established Thanda Matlab Coca-Cola. Now that was good creative copy, and it was written by a gentleman named Prasoon Joshi, whom you might now know as the guy who's written lyrics for Tare Zameen Par. He's a lyricist and uh, a senior member of the advertising industry. He works for McCann Erickson. And that's creative copy for you. And yes, interns are needed for writing creative copy. In fact, smart fact, the Airtel 4G girl that you keep seeing in these videos was actually a trainee copywriter who created the concept, who wrote down the entire Airtel 4G campaign, and then based on the ingenuity of the campaign, she was selected as the face of the campaign. So good things happen to good copywriters, and mostly ad agencies are always on the lookout to hire good copywriting interns. The next part of being the next type of interns that the industry needs, and this is slightly less glamorous than copywriting, is production design. So when an ad gets made, uh, there's a lot of video production work that happens. So there are people needed on set to help with video production. You might be holding a clapboard, to just tell people what's the take number that's happening right now. You might be holding out scripts for the actors. You might be responsible for making sure that the actors sign their photo releases, which are essentially contracts for them, that kind of stuff. And then there is account management, which appeals to a lot of people. If you have a flair for being in sales, or if you really like the movie Rocket Singh, Salesman of the Year, then you should try account management or client servicing. Now the ad industry essentially makes ads and sells ads. Those are the two most important functions. So copywriters and production design associates are involved in making ads, and account management and client servicing interns are a part of the selling process. So when an ad gets sold to a client, let's say there's an ad agency like Leo Burnett, and they want to sell an ad, or they want to sign on a big brand like Coca-Cola as clients, what they will do is they'll prepare a pitch which includes a campaign idea, the financials, what kind of budget the brand is expected to spend, and then pitch it to the brand. Now, client servicing interns are responsible for making sure that the minute details of these pitches are accurate, making sure that the numbers are sent out on time. Sometimes they're involved in the actual pitches in boardroom meetings, which is very exciting as well. And there are sales commissions if you make it big in the client servicing industry. Plus, you'd be responsible for certain menial tasks as well, like following up with the marketing guys at the brand, ensuring that they're responding to your pitch in time, etc. So that's the third category of interns. What do you need to succeed, or for a successful application as an intern in the advertising industry? Assuming you've mentioned that you've got no experience at all, let me assure you that's not an hindrance, as long as you have these three things. You've got basic communication skills, a good understanding of the advertising industry, and great people skills. Allow me to elaborate. When I say basic communication, I'm kind of biased towards people who, and that's just a personal bias, I'm biased towards people who have a good grasp of the English language. But then again, you do not need to qualify for a Nobel Prize in literature. Actually, scratch that. Bob Dylan just won the Nobel Prize in literature this year. So what I'm trying to say is, if you can understand Bob Dylan's songs, then I think you're qualified enough and your English is competent enough for you to survive in this industry. Next up, people skills. Usually extroverts, huge extroverts, are the kind of people that make it big in the industry, because you're constantly expected to talk to people, to be very outgoing. You'll talk to clients, you'll talk to production associates, you'll talk to other people, you talk to copywriters, and you're just expected to talk a lot, just like me. So yeah, people skills are important. Lastly, you need a good understanding of what constitutes a good advertisement. So if you can spot a really good ad, like a 5-star ad, and call out that this is a good ad. A good example of that would be Bud Light ads on YouTube. You should start with that. It's spelled Budlight. If you haven't already seen them, I strongly suggest that you do. They're really funny, and those are the kind of ads that prompt engagement from users, and a basic understanding of that tenet is what ad agencies are always on the lookout for, and if you can deliver that, you're gold. Lastly, and this is important, a lot of people have differing opinions about this. As an intern, you should always be prepared to get coffee for people. I know some people believe this is demeaning. I consider it an upgrade for the industry. To explain that, if you haven't seen Mad Men, it's a series that used to premiere on American Movie Classics. You should really watch it. There's an interesting character called Don Draper, who essentially is the role model for everybody in the advertising industry. Mad Men portrays the origins of the advertising industry from Madison Avenue in New York. And back then, interns were expected to give people. Now they're expected to get coffee, which I think is a huge improvement. Plus, it tests your coffee skills. Plus, coffee is just awesome. So yeah, be prepared to get a lot of coffee for a lot of people as an intern. Now, how do you apply as an intern in ad agencies as a fresher with no experience? This is important. First things first, design a great resume for yourself. If you really want to stand out in an interview, make sure that your name gets called out, that you get a lot of interview calls. Make sure that your resume is as colorful as possible, as neat as possible at the same time. If you have any friends who are good graphic designers, call in a favor, ask somebody to design it for you, or you can go to behance.net, behance.net. That's a good site for looking at good creative portfolios. You could go to freepik.com or just search for creative PSD templates, that stands for Photoshop templates, and then edit it and then send out your resume. Where to apply? Do your basics right. Upload your fresher resume on naukri.com, shine.com, monster.com, and select your industry as advertising/marketing/PR. But then again, if you're looking for really close call hirings, I would suggest going for internshala.com and AngelList. That's angel.co. Now these are the two websites. Internshala and angel.co are the two websites where I would post a requirement if I was hiring an intern for my ad agency at any stage. That's because these sites keep the interactions really personal, allow you to give out a catchy short introduction for yourself, and really catch the attention of people who are trying to hire people like you. And Internshala, yes, in my last company, I've hired a lot of people to do tasks such as, getting me copywriting examples through Internshala. So really focus on getting your resume or getting your profile out there on Internshala and angel.co. It's going to help you. How much do you get paid as an intern? I know you haven't asked me that, but it's an important part of any hiring discussion. So as an intern in the advertising industry, you can expect to get paid anything between 5 to 10,000 or going as high as 15 or 20,000 per month, depending on the kind of responsibilities that you have, or the volume of coffee that you'll be getting for people. Just joking. But yeah, usually interns in the client servicing departments get paid more than interns in the copywriting department or production design. That's just a sad reality, but it happens because you get a lot of research and data responsibilities when you're part of client servicing. So yes, but then being in a creative role such as copywriting or production design is a lot more satisfying. So I would suggest exploring that as well. I think that's about it. Names of agencies, I think you'll find a lot of the popular agencies in India right now are ones that have come up recently, like Happy Creative. They're the guys who've done most of the ads for Flipkart. You can check them out. Leo Burnett, Havers Worldwide, they're based out of Mumbai. And just Google ad agencies, you're gonna do really well. You found the right person to ask the question to. I'm sure you're gonna figure that out. That's about it, Muskan. All the best. If you still have any further questions, if you still have doubts regarding this answer, please come back to us. Comment on the video or just comment on the Quora response, and I'll try and follow up with explanations wherever required. Thanks again for asking this question. You're watching a Ninjaji QLOG. Thank you. And the answers submitted. So yeah, long video. I think that's the longest QLOG that we have done so far. Muskan, if you're still wondering what a QLOG is, it's a video response or a vlog response to a Quora question. Because we at Team Ninjaji believe that it's much more fun to watch a Quora response rather than just read through. I think that's the third time I've said that. Yeah, those of you who've been following all our QLOGs, thank you. Thank you once again for watching, staying with me all this while and understanding this answer. I think it's great that people are asking relevant questions now, and I think it's awesome that a lot of young blood and young talent is trying to get into this industry, because it really helps to move things along. Nevertheless, if you like the concept of QLOGs, do not forget to comment on the video. Tell us how much you like it. Don't forget to like the YouTube video. Do not forget to upvote the Quora response. That matters a lot. Share the video with your friends on your social media timelines. Go on Facebook, go on Twitter, hashtag Ninjaji, hashtag QLOG, and really share the video. Nothing compares to the joy that we see or the joy that we receive when people share our video, people share our work. That's true validation for us. Subscribe to our channel, because we're going to keep doing more awesome stuff like this. Take a cue from Muskan. Ask me questions. If you find any Quora questions that you think I'm qualified enough to answer, or if you just want me to answer, go ahead. Ask me in comments. Write to me on Quora, DM me on Facebook, wherever. Email me at shomprakash@gmail.com, and I'm going to try and give a valid response to your question on Quora. Once again, this is Shomprakash on behalf of Team Ninjaji. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.